Down at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Oh, wow. Demi is currently bathed in green light, and Jackie is currently bathed in pink light, and it's giving me wicked trauma.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're Kermit and Piggy. We're Kermit and Piggy.
It's giving me wicked trauma.
Sup, Park Peeps? I'm Demi from Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, strapping in for the Park Peeps Podcast, the ultimate theme park show where unhinged passion, travel expertise, and coaster nerd chaos collide. And this week we are talking with Jackie from Super Enthused about Jim Henson's never-built, non-Disney Muppetville theme park.
So buckle up and pull up on that yellow strap as we dispatch for Season 2 of the Park Peeps Podcast.
Hello.
Yoo-hoo.
We're here to record the pod.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this.
No. It's just two of us.
How about some backstage passes?
We need the studio to record the podcast.
Joey, just take the passes and really fast car and hit it to the museum.
Oh, hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to the Park Peeps Podcast, where today we are fully immersed in and broadcasting from backstage with our new, backstage passes. Backstage where? Who's to say? But we're backstage.
And we have passes.
And we're bringing you along for the ride in honor of the closure of Rock and Roller Coaster after 27 years in operation. We are sifting through the backstage rooms and liminal spaces at Disney's Hollywood Studios, poring over Muppet carcasses as we sorry, was that triggering, Demi? As we prepare to welcome them to Rock and Roller Coaster with a new overlay in the future.
While we're used to MuppetVision 3D and the new attraction heading to Hollywood Studios, there's an often forgotten piece of Muppet theme park history, as Jim Henson actually worked on concept art for a planned Muppetville theme park separate from Disney that would have seen the Muppets take over an entire park.
And today, this very day, we are diving into this never-realized park's wild history with our dear friend, Jackie from Super Enthused, so stay tuned for that later.
Before that, make sure you're following this podcast on Spotify, subscribed on Apple, following us at Park Peeps Pod on all socials, and please make sure you comment on this episode and give us the highest star rating. It truly helps us keep doing the show.
And we are going to do a little mini segment today that I don't know if I'd classify it as a 2-minute tea time, because it's more, I think this deserves a little bit more than a 2-minute tea time, because my friend, Nene, who is a cherished and beloved presence in the theme park space. You might know him from just his amazing, half drag, half just going to the parks looking fabulous looks on Instagram, to his numerous works with Alicia Stella on her theme park stop and the podcast that they have together, Park Talk. So make sure you go check them out. But Nene lives in a themed house that he has constructed himself. He didn't construct the house himself, but all of the theming inside. This was also featured in our dear friend AJ Wolf in her book that we interviewed her about last year called Disney Adults. And I just thought we needed to take a little deep dive into Nene's home, the expo, as he calls it. So sit down, strap in, pull up on that yellow strap, because this is a wild ride through Nene's house. Let's have Nene take us through it right now. Welcome back to the Park Peeps Podcast, and we have with us somebody who I have referenced on this pod numerous times before, including a very emotional heart-to-heart that we had on Pirates of the Caribbean late last year that completely changed my perspective on many things in life. And I think I realized as we were going up the lift hill at the end of the ride, I was like, we didn't even pay attention to the ride. We just sat here and yapped for literally the past 7-8 minutes. But please welcome, for a very special 2-minute tea time that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, because his house, if you go on his Instagram, his stories are just, it's all the little ants on theme park stuff, but then you get glimpses of the house too. So please welcome my dear, cherished friend, Nene, to the pod. Hi, Nene.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. Oh my God.
I am too. I get anytime I hear your voice, I'm just I immediately am at ease, and I'm like, okay, what are we yapping about today? I'm locked in. I'm sitting here. You got your wig on, and I am
wig
ready to talk with you. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This is natural. Yes, there's no wig, there's no robe. We're just sitting here,
Yeah.
natural stage.
Natural.
Yeah.
I am so happy to be here. I feel like I will always have this like weird moment when I guest spot on a show where I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fan of the show and now I'm in it. Like I'm literally inside the show. I cannot wait to listen to this later.
Yes. I mean, hey, I've been wanting to do this segment ever since season 1, and then we kind of never carved out a time to do mini segments on that season. And now that we are full on doing our mini segments, I was like, I need to get this house in here, because every time I see your stories and you post about your house, I'm like, my friend lives in a fully themed house. That's how much my friend loves themed entertainment. So I do want to talk to you about this because it was also featured in our dear friend AJ Wolf's book, Disney Adults. So everybody should go check that out, and our interview that we did with AJ for our season 1 premiere last year. So AJ spoke a lot about that book, and I was just delighted to see that it was in there as well. So you really are making a name for yourself. You're also quite frequently collaborating with the divine goddess Alicia Stella and Park Stop and also Park Talk podcasts. So everybody can go check you out there as well, with all of the amazing insight and commentary that you do, because I do regard you as, whenever I have something that is if it's a theme park factoid, or if it's something that like I know I can shop with you, I'm like, it's Nay. Like, I know that that's the person I can go to, and I'm going to get a voice down, breakdown analysis of why I don't know what I'm talking about. And Nay is actually the one who knows what he's talking about. So,
Oh no.
You are that cherished person in my life. No, I'm locked in. I'm locked in every time it happens. So don't worry. It's great. But I always say there's nothing better than a park day with Nay. And we are going to get a little insight into what you go home to after a park day on this episode. So for accuracy's sake, and for all of our listeners who are not as familiar as I am, can you please inform our listeners of the name that you refer to your home as?
Yes. Okay, so my home is, I call it Nene's World Expo, inspired by the 1964 New York World's Fair. To me, it's an art exposition. I don't know the difference between the two. I don't know which one I'm using correctly, but it's that. Because when I was getting this place together, I called upon all of my friends in so many different mediums, from my friends in marketing to my friends in animation drawing to my friends who work as like graphic designers, and my friends who work in what's it called when they design homes? Why am I interior design,
architecture, interior design, yes.
Interior designers, and then of course I had to work with some like legendary theme park vendors. I don't know how you would call it. I mean, we'll explain it later. The people who vend to the theme parks like also vend to me in some
merchants
yes. in some weird funky ways, just like building relationships with them. And it's kind of like my own little mini theme park at home in such a condensed and small space. And yeah, it's literally 11 themed spaces in a home.
Sure is. And okay, so we're comfortable saying where this is. This is Southern California is your home. And it's, I think that location definitely fits the interior vibe. I mean, it definitely feels like a California home to me, given the theming and the aesthetics that you have going on. But 11 theme spaces. Can you just quickly just list what those theme spaces are, just to give people an idea, and what is the core thematic through line or the story for this space for you?
So the thematic through line really is just, we have 11 theme spaces, and each space is kind of takes up a corner of my creative brain. I feel like as creative people, and it's honestly as theme park people, like we use the theme parks as a form of escapism, right? But there's also other places in the world that aren't theme parks that like live inside of my brain that I escape to, and I just want to like live there forever. So when I had the chance to create my own space, I sort of like made a time capsule, if you will. So just to go down the list, we have my favorite spot, which is where we're at now, Nene's Diner, which is my bar area themed after 50s primetime cafe and a old retro 50s diner. I have the B-movie bathroom, which is themed after a drive-in theater. There is a seasonal overlay. There's many seasonal overlays, but there is a summer overlay that happens in the diner where the entire place transforms into sci-fi dine-in theater in the evening time. And then my kitchen is themed after the Carousel of Progress. My dining room is themed after 1980s and 1990s food culture in America. So I have an original stained glass Pizza Hut lamp that hangs, and vintage advertisements celebrating McDonald's and Chuck E. Cheese and old salad bars. What else is over there? There's a lot over there. My living room is actually themed. It's called the 80s and Palm Common Room, and it's themed to a 1980s penthouse in Miami Beach. It's very 1980s corporate.
Love that one.
America. So there's big chunky vintage technology bolted to the walls, and the furniture has all been sourced and is all vintage. My home was built in 1982. So there's a lot of 1980s isms in my space. And I just kind of wanted to like pay homage to that. So a lot of the furniture is vintage, and I have vintage artware, Hager pottery pieces that were found in a lot of beautiful 80s penthouses. What else? If we go upstairs, my drag room is called the Powder Room. It's fabulous. I have a guest room, which, of course, as a major Disney fan, I basically dedicated an entire room to just shoving all the Disney stuff in this room, just because I don't want to have to deal with it everywhere else. So I have shadow boxes with old Disney memorabilia. And then my bedroom is themed after a hotel room inspired by the Golden Girls. My favorite flavor of ice cream is mint and chip. So my guest bathroom is themed after mint and chip ice cream, and everything is scented like mint and chip. It's a doozy. There's a lot.
I love it so much. And this is how I know you're like, it just confirms that you are one of my favorite people, as you're like, there's a summer overlay, there's a seasonal overlay for your home. And I'm just like, that is why you are my kind of people, because there's an overlay for your home. Yes.
There's an overlay.
I don't think I even realized, it didn't register some of the things that you're talking about. I don't know if I've heard you speak about a lot of them at length before, especially the mint bathroom. I mean, I don't know if I just wasn't remembering that. It wasn't at the forefront of my brain in the moment, but that's like, I just love this. And I love that there's scent and smell is even incorporated in here. And I know that you said that you work with some of the merchants, vendors of theme parks. What kind of things do you work with them on to bring in?
Scent is a huge one. So, I think if people just do their research, they can figure it out. But I've been told to not really share a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I wish that I could like literally just share like the name of the company, where they're at, like who I work with. And it's not gatekeeping. It's just that they, actually, this is a really interesting story that I think theme park fans will love. So, the theme parks work with a couple of different scent companies. There's not one main vendor. There's a couple of vendors that they sort of rotate through for different things. And surprisingly, there's a lot of attractions where some years they use a specific vendor and then they'll kind of switch it out. And to the general public, we can't really tell. Yeah. But there are some scents that are staples, meaning they will only work with this vendor. So, for example, the vendor that I work with has been working with Disney for years and years and years. They were responsible for some iconic scents. A couple of those, some personal favorites of mine, the animal cracker scent that used to pump into Heimlich's Choo Choo Train was done by my company. They did Haunted Mansion Holidays gingerbread for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. They are not the current vendor for gingerbread. Like Disney went with someone else for gingerbread. They've done a million things. They've done Dinosaur, which is a big one, which we'll get into. Dinosaur has two scents. The main scent that you smell when you're going down to the station is actually the scent of like the fog machines and like the mechanics of the ride. But there are scent machines. Well, there were scent machines, RIP, that were positioned inside when you would exit the main hall with the giant dinosaur where Bill Nye's voice would pump in, and then you're about to go into the pre-show. They have machines that would pump in a very specific scent in that pre-show area and in the hallway after that. And that is one of my favorite scents on planet Earth, and that is what permanently pumps in through the main space of my home. It is the dinosaur it's very floral, it's very jungly. But anyway, that's that. And then the most notable thing that they've done is they're in charge of all the scents for Flight of Passage. So Flight of Passage is a very interesting story because Disney came to them and basically said, okay, we want 3 to 4 custom scents that you don't have in your arsenal, that we want created just for us. And so they created 4 scents, I believe. There's surprisingly 4 scents that pump in through Flight of Passage. And one of the scents actually pumps in between shows. So when they are loading and unloading the chamber, there is a scent that pumps in just to basically like clear out the air and to mask everything else. And then also, of course, iconic, they did everything for Soarin'. Yeah. They've done everything for Soarin' over California and Soarin' over the world. And then they've done some custom stuff for me as well. So the T
custom
on the scent company is, well, yes, there's one that he has done for me that I was so excited about that we worked on together as I was theming the spaces out.
Can you say what the notes
the T
are?
on the scent? It's sunscreen.
Oh,
it's sunscreen. My bedroom is themed after a 1980s Miami Beach bedroom. The slogan for my bedroom is "Wake up and smell the sunscreen." It's called Nene's Expo Beach Resort. When you walk in, everything is vintage. It's just dripping in just nostalgia, and there is a light sunscreen scent that pumps in, and that was specially made for me. But the T on the scent, this scent studio is, for a while they were working with the big guys, but then also working with the little guys. And as of like a couple years ago, they did a full transition where they basically were like, we're not going to do any more little guys. So they basically like removed, I think they removed their whole website, or they removed a whole chunk of their website that used to show all of their offerings, all their different scents, yada, yada, yada. And basically as of right now, they only work with like big casinos, event spaces, theme parks. They do a lot of stuff for HHN. And there's actually a huge project that they're working on right now for Las Vegas, which sounds extremely exciting. But yeah,
I see on that. It's just so, I mean, it's so much more than just, you know, hanging up a decoration here or there. It is something that I think specifically in this community is, but I mean, it's, you know, and I was talking about this on our episode last week of how these parks are so much, and theme spaces, yes, it's in the moment. You are sort of experiencing these things in the moment. You're in the parks, you get that emotional response, but it's so much of physically being there, but so much of what makes that reaction is what you bring from the outside into that moment that you have in the parks. And if you don't have this sort of full life and experience and emotional cues that sort of just speak to you and passions outside of these places, it's nowhere near as strong. And I just love that you have translated this not only on a physical level of curation, but also sensory to kind of enhance this in your own home. So I wonder, how does living in a space like this change your everyday life? Living in a themed environment like this, how does this enhance your life on a multitude of different levels, if so?
Yeah, I mean, it's the greatest experience ever. I feel like if you have a safe and happy home life, and whatever that looks like for you, if you're happy at home, I feel like you can be happy anywhere. And there was a period of my life where I felt like such an unhappy person. And when I look back and think about that era, I was having such an unhappy life at home. My home was just not really what I needed it to be. It didn't invigorate me. It didn't make me feel good. And, you know, obviously people, like, different things make different people feel good. This is what makes me feel good, right? Like, I love coming home and it smelling like dinosaur and it triggering all those, you know, memories. And I love, you know, I love whimsy and I love like being in all these themed spaces. So obviously, you know, that's not going to be the same for everyone. But the point is, like, a happy home is what do they say? What is the term? A happy home is
not us getting to
yeah
boomer phrases.
I don't know what the boomers say, but a happy home is important. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. So yes, it's changed my life drastically, and I feel so happy. I feel, honestly, you guys, it used to be so interesting. I used to like love sleeping in. And now it's like, I feel like I want to go to sleep early so that I could wake up as soon as possible so I can experience my home and I can have that moment before I have to go out to work and do all the things. If I wake up and just have to go straight to work and I didn't really like enjoy my space, it feels yucky to me.
I love that is what it does to you. And that's how everybody, I feel, should be. We should all be curating spaces. Our spaces should not just be to facilitate a life function of, basic necessities such as sleep or eating, or it should enhance our lives. And your home is a very accurate reflection of who you are as a person. And you are all over that home. And I love it so much. And the one thing I want to ask you one more thing, because, this is a theme park podcast. I'm glad you brought up the stuff about the Sense with Dinosaur and Avatar. But for our listeners, what is maybe the most shocking or surprising thing that you have that is an actual relic of theme park history, real theme park history, not just something that you made?
Oh my God, I have so many, Joey. This is a Park Peeps exclusive because when I was, if you go on my Instagram, the best way that I feel like you can see my home showcase is through my highlights. It'll show you like day 1, day 2, day 3, and you can see when I hard launched my home, I basically showed everything through that. But when I was filming everything, I kept a lot of stuff out because I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to get in trouble for this. But I have a lot of crazy theme park stuff. So let's just run through a couple of the things. Please. I have a gold coin from Pirates of the Caribbean, from the scene where there's the piles of gold and there's a skeleton sitting on top. I have from Disneyland's Diamond Celebration, I have diamonds that were glued onto the turrets. I have them in a fabulous shadow box. I have a strip of gold leaf from the top of Sleeping Beauty Castle when it wasn't in diamond mode or when it's not in Christmas mode. They have those fabulous metal spires on top that are regular metal, but then they're covered in gold leaf. I have a sheet of gold leaf from the top spire. I have some old costumes that I'm not supposed to have. I have the original.
They're coming for you, girl.
I know. Hold on. Technically, this is all allegedly, and I haven't shown anything. So I actually am lying about every single thing that I'm saying.
You're lying.
I'm completely lying. This is all a lie. Mm-hmm. No one's seen any of this stuff. Yeah. This is
the fantasy of what you would have.
This is the fantasy of what I would have. I actually bought a couple of these things in an auction, so I can run through that. One of my favorite things that I have in my Disney archive room, it's in a beautiful glass case, high up on the wall. It is an original Imagineering opening, like, what does it say? It says like opening team for Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. It is so oddly specific and such a rare item. And it's from the 80s, obviously. And when the Imagineers were working on it, I guess they all got like swagged out for like every little restaurant that they worked on. Like they just all had their own swag. So it's like, God, what does it say? It says like opening team, not opening team, because it's like the people who worked on it. I'll have to look back and see what it exactly says, but it's embroidered and it has the Sci-Fi Dine-In logo on it. It's from the 80s. It's fabulous. And then my favorite resort, this is controversial. My favorite resort in Walt Disney World, the best resort in my opinion, is the Pop Century. It is my number one favorite. I love it above every single deluxe, moderate. I don't care what it is. I think it's better.
I see that
it's
for
better
you.
Than the Polynesian to me. I mean, like I don't make the rules. Well, I do make the rules, and those are my rules.
You do make the rules, yes.
And so I have an entire section of. I have a shrine to the Pop Century, and the Pop Century's gone through a couple of refurbs, and so I have an original costume, a cast member costume from the Pop Century from when the resort first opened. I have the original bed runner. There used to be an old Pop Century bed runner that went across the bed. I have one of those. I have a lot of opening day Pop Century stuff. There's an entire section that is just dedicated to Pop Century. Joey, I have a lot. Oh, I don't even want to get into Epcot. I don't even want to get into
Epcot. Give me one thing from Epcot. What's a cool Figment thing that you have? Do you have any Figment stuff?
I have a lot of Figment stuff. I think a cool Figment thing is I have a keychain with, and it's so funny. It's so stupid. It's like the stupidest thing ever, but it's in a shadow box because it's that valuable to me. It's an opening day Figment keychain with the tag still on it. And then one of my favorite Epcot things that I have, which I know a lot of people have this, but they are kind of rare out there and they're very expensive for some reason, is the original Epcot vinyl record that they released when the park opened with the area music. Yeah, I have it, and it's up on a wall.
Listen, the next time I come out there, I need to finally, because every time I go out there, it's usually on a work trip, and I usually have like 2 days, and I spend one of them or 2 of them at Disney. I'm coming over next time, and we're gonna. Well, that record's probably too precious to put on, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it is literally sealed and it is bolted to the wall, so it's not going anywhere.
Well, we're going to find it on YouTube or Spotify, and we're just going to listen to it and pretend like we're listening to that record, and we're going to yap in Nene's Expo. And I cannot wait until that day, because I can't wait to see it. I've always wanted to see it in person, and now I can't wait to see it in person even more. And I mean, like, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, I have my MuppetVision 3D goggles, I have this little figment from the 90s whenever I was a little kid. And then I do have an opening day figment plushie.
Yes. We all have our own special interests, so
Yes. Listen, Nene, I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. And everybody can go check out. We're gonna have some content from this going online too. Some clips and images, and I really encourage you all to go follow Nene. Nene, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes. Okay, so my handle is kind of weird. My handle on Instagram is @withNene, WITHNAYNAY. And then I'm on Twitter. I don't know what my Twitter handle. I think it's just like Nene with a bunch of Y's. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, wherever else I may be. I also have a show with Alicia Stella, the icon, the legend, Alicia Stella, and I guest spot on her main show, which is, what is that one called? That one's Park Stop. And then our show and
yours is Park Talk.
And then I co-host a show with her called Park Talk. And this is Park Peeps. Yeah. So many parks.
This is Park Peeps. We got there in the end. We did. All right. Nene, I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this.
Pie.
And I cannot wait love you too. I can't wait till the next time we're in the parks together. And then I'm telling you, I'm coming over.
Giggle.
I am.
Come wiggle and giggle.
I'm gonna do it. Yay. Listen, Nene is, if that is any small indication as to what it's like, just talking to Nene for 5 minutes, imagine being at a theme park all day with Nene. Like, me and that girl can yap. I mean, we had a full-on therapy session all throughout Pirates of the Caribbean. Didn't even realize it was happening. We were going up the lift till at the end. I was like, Nay, we literally just looked at each other and talked this whole ride. We didn't even experience the ride. And he was like, I know. And
it's a good thing I wasn't on that ride. I would have been annoyed.
Yeah, there was nobody behind us. I have a picture showing that there was nobody behind us. But can you imagine? I would not have been the biggest hypocrite if I had done it with people behind us. But I just think that he's somebody who loves this space and loves parks so much, and he just he immerses himself in a world that typically we only get if we are going to a themed experience or a themed park. And I just think it's really speaks to his commitment to fantasy and whimsy and just designing the life that he loves for himself. And it just is so wonderful to see him live in a house like this. So thank you, Nene, for doing that. And here's to many more park adventures that we'll have together.
Aww,
so
love that.
I love Nene so much.
And you know what I love?
What do you love, Demi?
The Muppets, as I am a Muppet myself. And I am so excited to break down this incredibly cool concept art. Crazy cool concept art of Muppetville with our friend Jackie from Super Enthused, coming up now.
Now, we know we are blessed and highly favored on this pod, but are we psychologically juiced and super enthused?
Well, our next guest namesake YouTube channel is enough to put us in the mood. You remember her from our debut season of Park Peeps, and now she's coming back to the show as a major Muppets fan to help us break down the insane history of Muppetville.
Please welcome back our dear friend, Jackie from Super Enthused.
Woo,
Jackie!
That's my Muppet. That's my Muppet.
Jackie's doing the Kermit arms. Yes, we should all do that.
It's an honor to be back, my friends.
We're so glad that you are here. I mean, when Joey and I decided to do this episode, he was like, well, who should we get that's also a big Muppets fan? Especially because out of the two of us, I am the Muppet. And I was like, well, I know who to call.
Immediately, Demi was
we're
like,
going to get my fellow Muppet with me,
Yes.
and we're going to have so much fun breaking this down together.
And we had just run into you at Mardi Gras, too. So it was just, it felt, it was coming all together at once. And it was, because last week we had Michael on again. Now we have Jackie on again. This is just, Park Peep Classics, the greatest hits that we're doing here.
And wait, isn't that so weird that Michael was episode 2
and Jackie was episode 3. Wait a minute.
That just shows how long you've been doing it, Yeah.
I know. And
that's
episode 3
impressive.
Of season 2 again.
This is insane. Too many numbers for me. This is too many numbers for me, but you know what? We're going to truck through because I didn't pass math, but I did pass serving. So we are all serving today on this pod now that Jackie is here, and we're super excited to talk about this today. I mean, we want to also, though, Jackie, our listeners are very well familiar with you from the episode last year and all of the fun stuff that we did, but please fill them in on what you've been up to on the YouTube channel, what fun things you have coming up. What are you excited about?
Oh, cool. Yeah. So I just got back from a trip. I went because I'm from Miami. I live in Orlando, but from Miami. Just got back from a weekend going down to Deerfield Beach, did the Renaissance Festival. It was amazing. And then went to Miami and visited my parents. So like a whirlwind weekend, but really, really fun. The rest, like I've been big doing my series, my theme park history in the making series.
Yes.
So it's like, instead of just like breaking news or whatever, it's trying to cover things with the context of all the parks changing and transitions and stuff that are going on. So that series it kind of started like accidentally. And then I was like, no, that's what this is. And then it became a thing. So that's like a big thing I'm doing now too.
Yeah.
And just planning out the year and road trips and, all the things.
The life, basically.
Ooh,
the life.
I can't wait for a classic Super Enthused road trip.
Me too. I love that. If I could do them all the time, I would.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And also, shout out to your little man. We love him so much too. We're going to get him one day. We are going to get him one day.
He was hovering like right here. Fixing all the stuff. I'm like, come here.
Yeah, you can say hi. Just ease him into the process.
Yeah. I love Sam from his channel. I was just watching his channel yesterday with my husband on the history of the failed WCW and WWE.
It was so good. I watched that. Yeah.
It's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. His videos are so
good.
Amazing.
Really good.
I love that it's just very different from like what you do or what I do too, and it's such a nice break.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I love it too. Can you imagine like if we're both? It doesn't work. It's complementary instead. It's different.
Yeah. I love it.
I like it.
I remember I saw him at the Mardi Gras event too. That was really nice. We had a really nice time there, and he was. I clocked him in his Universal jacket, and I was like, I was going to wear the same thing, Sam, and you're lucky that I didn't because we would have had to compete all night. And then, but I could see him the whole night. I knew exactly where he was in that bright Universal
jacket. That's why I could find him too all night.
Yeah. It's like, good for you, Sam. Good for you.
Yeah.
What a nice guy. No, seriously, I'm so glad that I've got to meet you guys through this whole process, and it's just led us here to this moment because we have a very fun episode today, don't we, Demi?
Oh, very fun. Should we begin, Joey?
I think we should. We should.
From the top? From the tippy top?
Thank you, Jackie, but from the line that says Demi.
I'm just making sure. Okay, well, Muppets Courtyard, MuppetVision 3D, Rock and Roller Coaster is about to be plastered with Muppets as the Muppets themselves return to the TV on their new Disney special.
You might even know about the canceled Great Muppets movie ride, an expansion to what was then Disney MGM Studios, currently Hollywood Studios, ahead of Muppets creator and visionary Jim Henson's death in 1990 at age 53.
But you probably don't know much about Muppetville, a planned standalone theme park that Jim Henson devised around approximately 1987 that very little public information is available on to this day.
Thankfully, though, we have got our sleuthy Susan hats on with Jackie today at Park Peeps, and we have gotten our little monocles. Jackie's wearing a little trench coat and like a detective hat. I can confirm this. And we are prepared to dig into the origins of what this hidden gem of a relic lost to the annals of history might have been if it was ever built as a standalone theme park outside of what Disney eventually built with Henson. So we're just going to give a brief little history here first, and then we're going to get into some things, some real things with this, because this is a very real project.
Yeah.
But as stated, this concept dates to around 1987, pre-MGM Studios, pre-MuppetVision 3D, when Jim Henson and his team developed an original theme park concept that would have incorporated various IPs, including Fraggle Rock, as we will get to in a little bit, because Demi poured over this map, and we are going to break it all down. We will also link this for you in our story, so you can pull it up and go along with us. But one piece of concept art drawn by Curt Hanks in 1987 exists for this proposed Muppetville, and it is a general overview of what fans could have expected from the park that was devised around the time that Jim Henson was in negotiations with Disney to sell the rights to the Muppets characters. Jim Henson is actually quoted in Brian J. Jones's biography on Henson as saying he dropped the idea for a full Muppets theme park because, quote, Disney does it so well that we could never do it better. And his team then worked with Disney on various projects that ultimately resulted in MuppetVision 3D, Muppets Courtyard at Studios, eventually Vision 3D at California Adventure, and several canceled projects, including initially proposed land names as Muppet Studios and Muppet Movie Land, per our friends at All Ears. There's an article on All Ears that you can also read about this. There is the Here Come the Muppets Parade at Disneyland that never happened, Muppetland, a proposed full Muppets takeover of Disneyland, the Hard Luck Cafe, which would have been themed to characters involved in Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. The aesthetic was very early 90s MGM with memorabilia all over the wall. There's concept art for that. There was also the Great Gonzo's Pandemonium Pizza Parlor, which would have been located in the same location as Mama Melrose's at MGM Studios and would have seen animatronic rats running along the rafters on top of the restaurant to deliver your food. Then the rafters are actually still visible. They were visible until Mama Melrose's closed last year. But the idea itself was canceled. But Gonzo and Rizzo would have operated the restaurant, and the interior would have resembled Hard Rock Cafe or Planet Hollywood, and the Swedish chef would have been present here doing chaos in the kitchen. But of course, we all know about
it. The coolest thing ever.
It really would have. It really would have.
Everything you just read off made me sad that we didn't get.
Yeah,
it really is
the coolest.
That old kind of wild, far-reaching blue sky Imagineering that kind of actually did make it to the final stages, but. There's just a few more pieces of history that are important before we get into the discussion that I just want to go over. So the closest one that did come to actually happening was the Great Muppets movie ride at what was then MGM Studios, which would have parodied the Great Movie Ride and seen the Muppets traversing set pieces, recreating scenes from Frankenstein, Dr. Zhivago, Peter Pan, Indiana Jones, and the Muppets' original Pigs in Space. But Statler and Waldorf would have been seated next to guests on the ride, and it would have taken guests through the production process of movies with a comical Muppets twist. But there were, however, other Muppets attractions at MGM, including early walk-around characters and the Meet the Muppets live stage show in Voyage of the Little Mermaid Theater, as we know it today. And then there was also Muppets on Location, Days of Swine and Roses. It was a stage show. And in a quote to All Ears, Imagineer Mark Eads said of continuing the expansion of the Muppets Courtyard, quote, Jim Henson was very involved with the project. He was genuinely interested in doing theme park attractions. His natural curiosity and openness and receptiveness to new ideas made him a perfect fit to work with at Imagineering. He was always a pleasant, fun fellow to be around. The room always lit up when he was around. It was a 2-year process from concept to finished production for MuppetVision 3D. I think Jim liked that it would be something people could see for a long time in an environment like a Disney park. I think he also liked doing something new, unique, and groundbreaking. And now the final piece of this, there was also, as you can see in the Defunct Land video that went up on Disney's sort of living AI animatronics free-roaming characters, the 4-hour thing.
Video,
There was also the Muppet Mobile Lab with Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker as roaming characters at Epcot that appeared, I believe, as recently as 2016 or 2017. So those are all of the major Muppet developments that we have so far. And I think that that is just important context to know that relationship between Disney and Jim Henson and the things that they were planning, and then what we eventually got, of course, with Muppets Courtyard. So, Demi.
Well, I just want to quickly say, this was a total crime, all of this that didn't happen. And then like that lovely little like sentence about like how Jim was working with everyone so well and, you know, and had all that. And then just to rip apart my MuppetVision, you know, just hurts a little more.
Yours, Demi's, and Jackie's.
Yours.
Muppet
Ours.
Courtyard.
Yeah.
I saw Jackie
right.
be...
Sorry.
Sorry,
Jackie.
as well.
It's okay.
Ours, Jackie.
It's okay.
I will share them with you and only you. But
Thank you.
Now moving on to an overview of Muppetville. I poured over this concept art and we're going to discuss some things. And remember, we're going to post it in our stories so you can follow along with us as we talk about it.
Mm-hmm. It is cool, Jackie. I know Jackie has a full sheet. Jackie just pulled out a sheet of paper. Smoothy Susan.
I hope you found things that maybe I didn't find.
I didn't, but I just made notes
fine.
on some thoughts and stuff.
Great.
No, you
fantastic.
have far better vision than I, because I was zooming in on that map like, what?
Yeah. It is a really difficult read. It is like black and white. There's a lot of shading, a lot of like
thick lines. I have it right here.
Everything is blurred. Like nothing looks like, it doesn't like, you know how like when you picture Magic Kingdom, it's like a clear pathway to this land, a clear path. This is not that. This is a hodgepodge of
it's a very
things.
like 70s looking sketch, really. Even though this wasn't the 70s.
For sure. Yeah.
That's a good... No, that really does look like a 70s sketch. It doesn't really look modern to the time.
No.
It's still... It is, you know, this very... we must say, this is very clearly not something that was a master plan. This is very much a...
Blue sky.
Bluest of
skies.
As Demi, as you found in this, though, I do think there are clear indications as to what they wanted to do. The most obvious being, and I'm glad that you pointed out the pigs in space thing, which, as you noted, it's on the left side. There's a very prominent building themed to the pigs in space segment. And now you say the word that you wrote here, Swine Trek inspired facade, 32 episodes over 4 seasons. And it does look like a spinner attraction. So I do believe there would have been some sort of flat ride in there. But Demi and Jackie, can you please tell me, what is a swine trek and what does 32 episodes over 4 seasons have to do with that?
Oh, well, Pigs in Space was a reoccurring sketch in the original Muppet Show. And, you know, it was all like inspired by Star Trek and Star Wars. And there's even a Star Wars crossover episode at one point where like Luke and C-3PO are on there. And so it was just like a reoccurring funny sketch. And so like, of course, like I love the fact that they included that prominent sketch within Muppetville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think around the time in the late 80s, I mean, there was a lot more reliance on, I think, stock rides at bigger parks such as Six Flags and the Paramount parks, but it would have been interesting to see what a highly themed spinner attraction they might have put in here. I mean, there was definitely things like, I'm thinking of the Troikas, the what do they call them, the Scrambler attractions. I just wonder what this would have been, because I
could be a carousel, although that doesn't make any sense with the theming of the attraction. It could be one of those like Gravitrons. Oh, that would make sense. I doubt they would do that, but it would make sense.
It would make sense
with the theming.
Yes. Yeah. No, that, and for everybody that doesn't know, the Gravitron is you stand up against the wall and then it spins and the gravity keeps you against the sides and it
lifts you up in the air, but like you're not like seat belted on, like you're just like, or maybe some of them have
gravity. No, because you can flip around on the wall, at least the old school ones.
Right. Oh, so the one I did, like I had like because I used to do this every year at this place I would go to, and it looks like a spaceship on the outside, and basically like you're against the wall and you slide up and down, but you're being, like it is like moving up and down, but you're being pushed by gravity so fast that like you're holding your own body up against the wall basically, and being able to go high up in the air. That's a great idea. I mean,
Well,
I think
cool.
because my brain immediately saw this and was like thinking more of like alien swirling saucer type attraction, because that's what we see every day. That's why I thought maybe a spinner, but I actually think that you might be correct, because it's probably around the time when those started.
This is like late 80s. Yeah.
Those were all over. But there was also, we have to remember that they translated whatever idea from Pigs in Space here to the Great Muppet Movie Ride, because there was a Pigs in Space scene there too. And there is concept art floating around there for the Pigs in Space scene. So I just wonder if there were any sort of thematic elements that they lifted from, because you can always, you even hear it from the stories of the Imagineers that left Disney and then went to Islands of Adventures. No good idea ever really dies. So, I mean, we're even seeing it now at studios at the Muppet replacement with the Monsters Inc. door coaster that's going to replace, or that's replacing the cast parking lot behind what used to be Muppets Courtyard. But that was an idea that was originally proposed for California Adventure many, many years ago. So it's just all these ideas get recycled, and it is interesting that you can kind of trace the things in the Great Muppet Movie Ride and in the restaurants that were proposed and never came to fruition, and kind of trace them into these little moments here that we see on this concept art. But Jackie, I'm curious, because you do have your piece of paper. What would you say is maybe the biggest or most revelatory note or surprising note that you figured, I have to jot this down and I have thoughts on it?
Well, it's basically the quote that you said was one of the big things I highlighted here, because I feel like Jim Henson supposedly saying from that the biography, Disney does it so well that we could never do it better. I found that so profound, because he was such a self-aware creative, and he never tried to like outdo other creatives around him. He saw skills in people, and he brought them in and made a team and said, you are very good at this. Like, you are very good at this. He saw people as like a rainbow of talents and things, and our companies, I guess, that they worked with, and put it together.
Rainbow connection of talents.
Oh my God.
I just felt like that was so, instead of the ego of we can do it better, we can compete. He's like, no, they can do this better. Let's work together. And then, like you said, the ideas don't die. Some of them you can find in other ideas that also never happened, but at least one that did.
Mm-hmm. It is really sad to know that it did seem as if he was on the verge of a really interesting theme park revolution here for this IP. And it does seem, obviously, he was very well in tune with knowing the full potential of this intellectual property and what it had for physical immersive experiences. Because I think, especially Muppetville and Demi, all of the notes that you made on all of these sections, it does seem like this preceded what we are seeing the industry be today, as you never used to see a theme park where the lands were dedicated solely to immersing you in one specific intellectual property, such as all of Epic Universe, such as what we're seeing with a lot of the Disney parks now, like Galaxy's Edge, and those lands are fully dedicated to one specific IP and immersing you in that land. And that's kind of what Muppetville seems to me to be.
He was like ahead of his time, really.
Yeah.
I think if it was now, maybe.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. That's a really great point. I think that this would have way more traction today. And the whole thing, because this is an entire, not just one land, this is an entire park themed after one IP, which was unheard of at the time.
And I really, I don't know if it's just my wishful thinking, I feel like this would work now. I don't think I don't know if it would maybe do as best like in Orlando or California, but maybe kind of pulling from the Universal idea of, well, we know that Disney really has the kids, so we don't have to really cater to that in Orlando, so we'll make a kids park in Texas kind of a thing. So maybe this in Virginia or Pennsylvania, kind of their Sesame Place, Sesame. Kind of it just kind of
like an expansion, honestly.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
wait, who do we call?
Wait, is Sesame Place?
Excuse me.
We could argue that Sesame Place also is ahead of its time in that way too, because Sesame Place opened in the 90s and
that was my first theme park.
Yeah, it very much is preceding these ideas that it laid the blueprint in many ways for what we're seeing parks do today. I mean, and I also, now that you're saying that, Demi, I'm thinking, that this could work as something that we're like what we're going to see with Disney in Abu Dhabi, an indoor situation where I think this could work as maybe on a smaller scale, like what Disney had envisioned with Disney Quest, where this could be something that could be chopped off and reproduced and put in maybe malls like the King of Prussia Mall or the Mall of America, and this smaller contained thing. And then, hey, maybe Disney licenses rights to use the MuppetVision 3D film, and then you have MuppetVision 3D in malls all around the country. And now I'm going to make myself cry because I'm like, what we could have had.
I know.
What we could have had.
Yeah.
It's just not the same, though, without, like, the Waldorf Statler animatronics, the, like, bunny animatronics, like, Sweetums running out. Like, you need those elements. The animatronic penguins. Like, you need all of that.
I don't think people realized
You can't just show the movie.
Yeah, I don't think people realized how important and special it was when Sweetums would come out for MuppetVision, because you're seeing a real life Muppet right in front of you and living and breathing right in front of you. And
That's a big scary guy.
He's not scary. He's Sweetums.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
He's so cute.
Sweetums, lay your ugly
I love
head down
Sweetums.
on your wretched bed. Anyway,
You're that ugly.
I love Sweetums, but the fact is, it's like I always compare it to, like, I don't really care when I see celebrities or when I work with one, because to me they're just all people. But when it comes to, like, when I see a Muppet, I kind of lose my whole mind. Like, and it was every time Sweetums would come out, and I would always sit in the front row for MuppetVision.
Same.
Yeah, because I have to be.
I am
Y'all
the
are
front row
crazy.
person. I like
Y'all are
I sat in
insane.
the
Y'all are
front so I could
insane.
see Sweetums, and that is the specific reason. To the
I
right,
hid from him.
so that when he
I
runs
hid from
out,
him.
I'm right in front of him when he's doing the flashlight. And then
Nope.
I
Nope.
always pick that scene.
Crazy.
I love you so much, like, literally, because I do the same thing, and I famously will never sit too close to, like, a screen because of my eyes and migraines.
I'm the same. At the theaters, I sit in the back.
Yes, me too.
You're crazy.
Can I tell you? My
Yeah.
biggest theme park regret is never getting a photo with him.
Me too.
So there were rare occasions where he would come out and you could get a picture with him. 100 times I asked, is he doing it today? 1 or 2 times they were like, well, wait, he might. They had me wait out by that stage door, sweating, waiting, like, oh my God, I'm going to get one. And then, sorry, he's not doing it today. Like, after waiting like 20 minutes, never got one. But, like, it was a rare thing, but sometimes he would do it.
Yeah, I was never had the never came out when I was there ever.
You know, in our fake scenario here, where there is a Muppetville in every mall in the United States in the top 25 markets, I would blame both of you if we then had an influx and invasion of Sweetums across the country, because that scared me so intensely as a child. I would hide. Y'all were going to the front of the theater. I was. Mom, I was in the back.
Clearly, you know what you should watch, Joey, and I think they ripped it and they put it on YouTube. I have the VHS of it. A really great a really great role that Sweetums plays was in Muppets the Frog Prince, and this is original, like, Jim Henson era, and it's so good. It's Robin is in it, and it's so funny too, and Sweetums has, like, a huge role in it, and so that was my introduction to Sweetums, and it's very funny, and I think you would love it. Oh, stop!
No thanks.
Oh,
no,
Sweetumphobia.
Sweetumphobia. I did have a really bad nightmare about Animal once too, and it scarred me for life. And Animal's nose was glowing, and it just scared me when I was like 2 years old. So Animal also scares me. And that lady in the band, she scares me too.
Janice?
Janice?
Yeah, I don't like her either.
No,
but
she would be my Muppet
surely
Halloween
do.
costume.
I would like it if Jackie wore it.
Just 'cause of blonde. That's the only reason.
Blonde.
Yeah,
I know.
you
A little
really
bit
would nail
hippie.
that. Love it.
Oh, you
I would
could
need,
just
like,
bring
big
out,
fake eyelashes.
Yeah, didn't you do a hippie costume one year? You can do
Yes.
that with
Yes, that's true. Just put some big old eyelashes. Close your eyes, man.
Love it.
For
Well-
sure. For
For sure.
I also want to go through this concept art and look through, because it is, even though we said it's big picture, blue sky kind of, there is you can see a layout, and there is a clear entrance, and, like, it does look like a hub and spoke. So
Can I talk about the entryway? Because I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
I love it so
of
much
course.
because it's like, what's so funny is, like, so you have like this Kermit sign that says Muppetville, which, like, obviously that wouldn't maybe be like the main thing, but, like, maybe it probably would. And then you walk in and you have Kermit's swamp, which is so cool to be able to just immediately, that is like your icon character. And
Is that
so
all the like is what we're seeing at the
I
top?
see it
Is
now.
that
I
a
see the
tree
lily
trunk?
pads.
I see lily pads.
Where the little tree, it's like a little, it looks like it's
That's
kinda
like the
shaped
tree
a
he
fidget
sings
spinner.
Rainbow Connection
Yeah,
from, basically.
yeah.
That's
Correct.
great. Good eye.
Yeah,
No,
I love
wait,
that.
it says Sweetum Stump.
No, it doesn't.
No,
Yes, it does.
doesn't.
It
Wait,
says
where?
Sweetum Stump.
Where?
Oh my god.
Oh, on
It's a
the
no.
tree.
It says Sweetum
yeah.
Stump. No.
I literally do
I
not
think
see
it's
that.
Sweetums, like it's probably like they made Sweetums and then like did like they wanted to do like a sweet shop.
It
But
says Sweetum Stump.
that's all the way.
Oh,
up
you're
there.
looking at the big stump in the back.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the
'cause that's in
small,
a
tiny tree in
swamp.
the swamp. Oh my
Oh.
god, it is Sweetum Stump.
It's
Yeah,
Sweetum
yeah,
Stump.
yeah. I didn't write that down. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it was gonna be like
Wait, you might have written it down.
I maybe did. I
I don't
maybe
see it.
was going to. But I noticed it on the big stump, and I was like, oh, it would be such a great idea that it's Sweetums, and then it's the sweet shop.
That would be such a good
Horrifying.
idea. Yeah.
Horrifying. I thought that
It
was
looks
part of the
almost
swamp,
like a
though.
Swiss Family Robinson tree house. Do you see that like little layer in there?
In the bridge,
Yes,
there's a
and I
bridge
was gonna
going
Or it could be
through
like a shop or something. A sweet shop would be very clever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only noticed this like a few minutes ago. But you have like next to the stump is like the face, and then like
Yeah,
where
the
his
face is
ear
cool.
would be. There's a tunnel, like a kid play
Oh,
tunnel
yeah.
where you would crawl through, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you crawl in his
Unless-
mouth too, it looks like, or walk in his mouth.
Yeah, I mean the face is what's been throwing me off because
Yeah, who is
it's not
that?
Sweetum's face. This was pre Muppet. I don't know whose face this is. It's giving like it's giving oh my gosh. Do you remember what it used to look like in Islands of Adventure before Hogsmeade?
Oh, that tree restaurant.
It looks like
Yes,
that. But
it
it also
does.
the face kind of also looks like the Ghost of Christmas Present, even though that
Yeah.
was done way later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't
Like
know.
that big Muppet they use for like.
Yeah, it must be like
Mm.
I went through my Muppet brain and I have
Yeah.
no idea. And
Also
unless
looks-
it's Jim Henson.
Oh, maybe.
Is it? I mean, does it?
Well, no, it doesn't really
look
look like him.
I don't
But
know.
it does have a mustache. It's very clearly a tree of some sort, or
Yeah.
foliage, and then it looks almost as if there's a dome enclosure on the top where this might have been some sort of
Yeah.
greenhouse-looking situation. So it does
Yeah.
appear
He's
that
got
they
a
were.
cage head.
It
Yeah,
does have a
cage
cage
head.
head, sure does. But there's Pinhead, and then there's Cage Head at Muppetville.
It's
but
definitely like an old man with a mustache
And,
face,
Moly nose.
a molly nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking like I was trying to think like it's not a Fraggle because they clearly had separated the Fraggles into
Yeah.
their own section, which would make sense because they're under the ground. But yeah, I don't know. And if anyone can that's looking at this concept art and can figure it out, please let us know. 'Cause
Who is this man?
who is this man?
Really?
But we
I'm-
know who
I'm-
that man in the entrance is. That's that Kermit with his
Yeah.
little swamp.
And right next to Kermit's swamp, I noticed, and it's really hard to read it, and I'm pretty sure it's shorthand for Electric Mayhem.
Yes.
And it's a
see it,
small
yeah.
little building. It actually looks like there's like a popcorn stand right in front of it.
Yeah.
popcorn.
It does.
And I don't know what that would be. Like, Electric May, it could be like, it could just be a store. It could be a show. Yeah. Just like a stage, to
Yeah.
have people, walk through. Or it could be a roller coaster that I'm kidding. We
would be
are
cool.
getting that. I mean, now that we're getting that.
dark. Oh, now I get. Okay, now I get
Yeah,
it.
I was
Yep,
saying because we're
yep,
getting it now.
yep,
But yeah, I
yep.
mean, I love that they included, obviously, I love the Electric Mayhem. I believe they are a real band. I listen to them on Spotify. I'm not even joking. And I can't say
Hey.
one thing because of reasons, but just go Google Electric Mayhem and indulge into them and anything maybe recent.
Well,
Is that okay to say?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm just trying
no,
to make sure
I don't know what
everything's
you were
fine.
dancing around there, but
Okay, great.
but I also like your note here about the great Gonzo's blimp. in the
Yeah.
bottom left-hand corner, because you do, as you write here, you can see Gonzo suspended from a quilted-looking airship on the bottom left, illustrating the, quote, overhead kinetic energy the land was supposed to have. And I do think that that could also be, especially if this was going to be an indoor space, which it very well could have. You know how you see those.
I don't think it was. You
But
really think it was?
Maybe. I mean, around this time, there was a very big push for indoor activity centers. I mean, there is a very big. There's a video.
It was like the Discovery Zone era. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I mean, Jackie, it wasn't Sam that did the video on the Six Flags indoor. Was it Sam that did that?
He may have. He's done videos on a lot of the Six Flags.
Yeah, but it was an indoor. Six Flags had an indoor park in Baltimore.
Sounds familiar.
And I think it was Sam. It might have been Sam. But
Probably.
even if it wasn't Sam, go check out Expedition Theme Park because his stuff is great. But
exactly.
It's there was around this time also a Six Flags initiative for a very highly themed indoor theme park that only lasted 2 seasons, and this was around that same era. So who knows? Maybe this could have been an indoor thing. But I like the idea of an overhead sort of ride that you go with Gonzo on a little blimp, and it could have taken you around for an overview of the whole place. It just sounds like a very fun idea for a family park on the indoor or outdoor.
He looks like a ringmaster, like with his top hat and that stick that he's got. You see, and it looks like maybe he's like, it's all circusy kind of, and he's like the big top or whatever, and he's like going around kind of the master of ceremonies or something.
Yeah.
Because look at his little outfit.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like he's
like a magic
presiding
wand.
over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Or maybe it's just his magic tricks. But he was kind of giving ringmaster a little bit there.
My other thought was like, and this is like such a small little thing that I don't know why, just the way I think that because he's sitting on the chair. Like, you know how like sometimes you would be in a place, especially if this was an indoor thing, but like I remember this from like when I was a kid and I would go to Adventureland out on Long Island, which is like a little theme park or not theme park, but a amusement park. Mm-hmm. And they would have like this like little witch like fly across the park like on a line. And my thought
like
is maybe
Tinkerbell.
Yeah, but like throughout the whole day, like it just like goes back and forth. And I'm thinking like maybe he's like on like a line and just goes across the park all day.
That would be so cool. Just kind of like,
yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
It would be. And Demi, you also, one of the first things that I noticed on here was I do like Fozzie, and I saw Fozzie's Comedy Shop in the upper right-hand corner.
That's so cute.
There's a whole row of stores that they almost look like they have a Western theme, almost like a frontier motif, Frontierland motif.
What's interesting, and I'm just kind of noticing it now, like, yes, that was my initial thought, but all the way on the very right, it looks like a castle.
Yeah, it does.
And I don't know what, I mean, obviously, like
an Alan Cumming Trader's Land.
Oh my God, please, how do we get that?
We need that.
But I mean, that's the thing, like, because the Muppets have done so many things, like, just in the original show alone of, like, different sketches, like, there's so many scenes that you could be like, remember that and make that into a land, right? Because in my head right now, for, like, out of... I can't remember every sketch of the Muppet Show. I'm sorry, I'm not that great. But I can tell you from, like, the movies, I can't think of, like, a castle setting, you know?
Was Eureka's Castle Jim Henson?
Eureka's
Castle. Was that Jim Henson?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It was not Jim Henson.
I don't know what that is, Eureka's Castle.
But do you see the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do, yeah.
I didn't see it at first. It's super squiggled, but is that
wow,
I can't think of what Muppet that is.
No, because he has a look. The dragon.
It's a big dragon,
and he has a hand, and he has.
And then there's a castle,
and his tail is going all out, and he has a weird looking long nose.
He's crazy looking.
Hold on a second. Is it?
There's also a bird. Look to.
It's like in the bottom left. Yeah, I see the bird on the top of the thing.
It's the bottom right, Demi. Bottom right.
Bottom right. Sorry.
He's so see the thing. There's the big blank white space in the
He
bottom
almost
right
looks
corner.
like a tree.
The first thing that you see, if you look up to the right in that blank space, you'll see his tail is curved. And then if you follow that curve, that's his spine, and you get to his horns, and he's holding his left hand out. So could we...
Yeah, he's like...
And
Could
it looks
be
like somebody's
potentially-
that's a person fighting. Look, he's got it's like a little man with
in
like
the
a
turret.
spear.
Yes, he's in
Yeah.
the turret fighting
He's
him.
fighting the
Turret.
castle and they're defending.
Oh, this is so cool. I think that it looks like we are witnessing here
A great battle.
Well, a great battle. But it very much looks to be as if these were original characters, that if you two Muppets fans are not recognizing these, this is the creation of original characters for this IP.
I was trying to think
initiative.
if it could have been, if there was I don't remember if there was, I don't think there was a dragon in Labyrinth. Because I just realized, I was like, what year was Labyrinth? Well, that was 86, and this is you're saying this could be of 87.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that being a possibility of being in here. I don't think it would be.
like
It was a total flop at the time, and now it
The
has
Dark
a cult
Crystal,
following.
Maybe?
Oh! You know what? I
Like a
always forget about.
Skeksis? It doesn't look like a
Yeah,
Skeksis.
it doesn't look like a Skeksis.
Because I didn't really watch Dark Crystal because that scared me.
Oh, Dark Crystal
but
scared the hell out of me too.
Good.
I think it could be that. It could very much be that.
Could be original. Often they had, the Muppets that were kind of like multi-purpose. Like they didn't have a name or a story. They were just to fit in whatever movie or story they were doing.
True.
I actually
Dragon
think
feels
it's Dark
familiar.
Mhm.
You do?
I think it is dark. Yeah,
It could
I think
be.
it is Dark Crystal because
Right.
they have. I think it is. It could be because it
It
has a
could be.
castle, and that would make sense.
But
I'm
there's
not too
no
familiar with
dragon
that
in Dark
IP.
Crystal. There's no dragon.
There is no
there.
dragon, but the castle setting, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Could be original.
I mean, there was enough, creativity and ingenuity going on there that they could have. I think we're looking at original characters. Honestly, I do think
It could
that
very well be.
looking at
Oh!
originals-
I just noticed something else.
What?
Okay,
What?
so above Fozzie's comedy shop on the left, there's
Yeah.
a tree, and there's a snake coiled
Oh,
around.
yeah,
the
he's got something in his
tree.
mouth too.
He does.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding on to whatever.
It
Oh
looks like
no!
he's holding onto the tree.
Oh yeah, and then there's oh, never mind. I thought there was like an owl poking out of a
Yeah.
hole in the tree behind. I thought it was.
There's
in
a
his
lot
mouth.
of like little people.
Yeah.
People around. Like, are those supposed to
Yeah.
be guests or part of the story?
I don't
Right.
know.
Or just like a
Because I-
trippy
Unclear.
thing
I
they
do
like
see
to do?
guests in a theater style situation up in the top, which does kind of look like MuppetVision's theater in a way.
Yeah, I guess we can go over to that. I wanted to kind of finish up this area before. Can we finish up this area before we go head over there? Because I think this is really my favorite parts of this whole land is, well, first off, above the castle you have a hot air balloon, and I made out that was Sam Eagle on the right side, and I think that's
Yep.
probably Scooter on the left. Don't know what that could be.
Looks-
Again, maybe I'm right that it, like, Gonzo's on the left and this is on the right. Maybe they would just pass each other throughout the whole day, like, on a line. That could be it, or it could
That'd
be
be cool.
it could be a ride indicator. It could just be concept art, like extra fun.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah.
But I think what I really love the most is next to Fozzie's comedy shop, you have Doc's workshop, and which I think is also the entrance to Fraggle Rock, because
That is so cool.
in Doc was the tinker, the only human in Fraggle Rock, and his dog, and the way that you entered Fraggle Rock was like through his workshop, and you'd go underground and you'd go to the Fraggles. So I love the fact that that this detail is here, that you would probably go through Doc's workshop. It's not like a fully realized thing, and you would go right into Fraggle Rock.
That would be amazing.
That is
Amazing.
so
I
In the
would
cool.
caverns, indoor caverns, and like
I would hope that they would like make like a little hole, like, but that maybe you shrunk down to the size of a Fraggle, and then you walk through the hole and you're in Fraggle. Oh my God. Could you imagine, like, this has to happen so bad. Cause like the theme song to Fraggle Rock is such a bop. Like, I'll be singing it
Let
all
the music play.
Wait, sing it.
Worries for another day.
Okay.
This way.
Okay.
Down at Fraggle
Down
Rock.
at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle
Down
Rock.
at Fraggle Rock.
Oh wow. Okay.
You
I
can't
love it.
not sing it in your head when you
I
hear the
know.
word Fraggle. It is
I
playing
know.
in my head on a loop from when I hear the word till I go to bed.
Yeah.
Everything in me right now is doing my
Let
best
cares
not to
away.
sing, because Demi is currently bathed in green light and Jackie is currently bathed in pink light, and it's giving me wicked trauma.
Oh
I
yeah.
No,
can't.
we're Kermit and Piggy. We're Kermit
No,
and Piggy.
it's giving me wicked trauma.
Well,
Either
Jackie
one,
is
either
blonde,
one.
So.
Oh no.
No.
Wait, Demi,
yeah.
can you tell me a little bit more, and Jackie too, because you both obviously know Fraggle Rock a little bit more than I do. But wait, I want to talk about the Fraggle Rock thing because you said it enters through a cave, and I can see the cave underneath the writing for Fraggle Rock. So tell me how do you enter? What is Fraggle Rock?
So when the Fraggles go out into the human world, that is space to them. That's like space travel. They're going into outer space, and the humans are a thing. And then there's also a pile of trash.
And it's not like you're entering.
He could be in here too.
It's like a hole. It's like a tiny hole because they're tiny, the Fraggles. So like it's kind of like almost like a mouse hole. Think of it like that they kind of go through. In
like Captain Cacaw's door.
Even smaller.
Even smaller. They're really small.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No. Have you never
And
seen?
they're very
Fraggle
scared
Rock?
of the dog.
No.
Yes,
okay. So the dog would have been the villain in a ride.
It's so cute and so fun. So dog is like in Doc's workshop.
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
Sprocket.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah. They also had a cameo in the Muppet Family Christmas special.
Oh
wow. Okay.
Do you remember that one? It was the one where it was the one where the Muppets, Sesame Street, and the Fraggles are all in.
Nope.
Oh,
vague recesses.
Yeah,
I'm
very
an
vague
There's
for
a
me.
lot.
I'm an island. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I got excited because
what's your thing? What was you excited about?
Just noticed. So right above Fraggle, and it's probably it probably goes along with the theater. So like let's actually shift over to the left, and you can clearly see there's a stage and performance happening, and like the balcony, like you would see Statler
Like
and
box
Waldorf in.
seats, yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I just forgot his name. Hold on.
I see a face in the tree.
Yes. So there is I just have to get his name because it just made a Crazy Harry. Crazy Harry is there blowing something up because that was his thing. He would blow things up, and that's that black kind of like smoke is, I think. And
Jackie,
it looks
do you
like
see
he
it?
has like a little.
No.
So look
Hold
at
on, I'm looking. I'm digging.
So the top 3 balcony seats in the theater.
Okay.
Look on the 3rd seat on the right. Just look straight line over until you see the 3 circles.
I see him.
You see
Yeah.
him? Yeah.
Right? Because that's him right there.
That's Crazy Harry. Yeah.
Wait, Demi, what's his name?
Crazy Harry. He
Crazy
would blow things up. And he had like a crazy laugh.
Oh, this is scary. Okay, this is a Muppet that would scare me. No, I don't want to see him.
Just with always like a TNT, like a blow up.
Yeah, that's it. TNT, yeah.
So you're telling me this little terrorist would be running around this park in the threat of Crazy Harry or whatever the hell his name is?
Well, they didn't give him, they did something different for the special. What was it that they did?
Oh my
like
god!
He pulled a switch or something.
Very end, he did a thing.
It was during the Rizzo doing Blinding Lights. Instead of having him do like a blow up, they had him do something else. Unless I'm remembering wrong, it's all getting mixed in together.
I thought he was there during.
Was he there during something else?
Now. You could
maybe
be
that
totally
was it.
Right. You could. It's been. I mean, it's been a few weeks since it came out, so I don't remember it entirely.
Yeah, same. I remember things from 20 years ago better than things from like 2 weeks ago.
Very that. I also just noticed that.
But I remember that they gave him something besides TNT to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We'll all look it up later.
Yeah, that's
or you
something
can cut that
look up. I also noticed that just now on the left of the theater, so where the stage is, it says backstage, and there's like a door, and then above that there's like people walking up. It almost looks like a stadium. So maybe the stage isn't real. Maybe it's like a pre-show, and then you go backstage, and that's the attraction.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
is backstage. I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah, it does look. So people are going up the stairs, or maybe it also a little bit to the left of that. It looks like there's a stage light. So maybe
I see them going up.
Maybe they would move Muppet production facilities to this park as well, and it would be because eventually the ideas that went into MGM Studios, that didn't end up happening. The Great Muppet Movie Ride was all about the production of films and how they were made. So maybe they did have this idea cooking, or maybe even at some point, maybe Universal was involved, and before the talks with Disney began, and maybe something that nobody knows about is because Universal was planning this park for quite a long time, this movie making park. So maybe this was a you never know. I mean, the history of and the overlap between Disney and Universal stuff and the creatives that were working on them. I mean, Michael Eisner specifically jumping the ship and then going to Disney and being like, hey, we should build a studio park because I know Universal's making one.
Right.
I mean, it's, you never know.
It looks like the streets of America, like in front of
It does. Yes.
I was going to say that.
Mhm.
And then I had a thought because we have Muppet proper, we have Fraggles. Is that New York City? Is that Sesame Street?
Yeah, could be.
And it
Could
kind of
be.
looks like in SeaWorld in the Sesame Street area.
Yeah,
be.
it does. It
Yeah.
does.
Well,
That
because
would
it
be
says,
so cool.
what does
I
it
know.
say on the signs? It looks like it says babies.
So
And-
that was, I noted, that's 100%. You can see because there's like an arch next to it. That is before that. That is a Muppet Baby store or something. Because it also has
Right, yeah, I see it.
the plane on top, which was used in Muppet Babies, I believe. I believe it was like Gonzo had a plane, or I know he went to space. Muppet Babies, I haven't seen in many, many, many years, so please forgive me. But I really think that the plane is like triggering a memory, and it fully says babies. So it's a property, Muppet Babies. So it could just be a store. Could be like to get like
That would be really
children's
cute.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then right
there-
next, go ahead.
I was just going to say, piggybacking off of the studio thing we were talking about, there is a sign underneath that says really big studio. So, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe this was, studio production facility.
It
somewhat.
could, because there's like another archway actually next to Really Big Studio, which
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so like entering to another land. So I don't know, and we don't know what that Really Big Studio could have been. Could have been theater. I think the Really Big Studio is an homage to Ed Sullivan. Right? Was not Ed Sullivan? It was
Johnny
who used
Carson,
to-
you said.
Johnny
in the
Carson.
notes.
Yeah, Johnny Carson. So I mixed up my hosts because he
okay.
would say like really big shoe. We had a really big shoe for you. Yeah, and then right behind that, I don't think I wrote it down, but do you see it has a giant chef hat on top? It's a Swedish
Yeah.
chef stand.
I see it. And it's definitely a little stand. How cool
Yeah.
would that be? Even if it was just an animatronic, not even selling
What
food.
was that again, Jackie?
Wait.
So,
oh, yeah,
do you
because it's
guys-
real hands.
Do you guys know, I just found this out, that Jim Henson actually was looking up kind of how to say things in Swedish to make it not just gibberish. And even if it was slightly gibberish, like it actually kind of made sense. I just saw somebody on TikTok literally translate the Swedish Chef.
And what's he
I
saying?
have read that it was gibberish. But
Right. So that's what I always thought. Maybe she's gaslighting us. I don't know.
Who the hell knows?
why are
This
you people
entire
gaslighting us?
Concept
know.
art
Maybe
is a
there's words
gaslight.
mixed in. Maybe there's like enough words mixed
Yeah.
in that you could piece it together.
Mhm.
I think that's
I
what
believe
she
that.
means. And I think that's probably what he did too. Because it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I do it, it's just,
Yeah, yeah. But there's words in there. Like you'll pick up a
Probably.
word here and there.
That's how
But,
Demi
like-
hears me on the podcast.
Sometimes. I'm kidding. And then right next to Swedish Chef is New Zealand's fish battle. So New Zealand is kind of one of those like side characters that like you see a lot. Maybe you don't know his name. He's the one that has like the mustache and like that big white collar. And what his shtick on the
fish.
show would do is he would throw the fish and it was boomerang would come back. And he would always try to get Kermit to get him to be on the show with his
These
boomerang
Muppets all
fish.
scare me. It's all trauma. Every single
Honestly,
one scares me.
They are all a little like
Horrifying.
creepy and horrifying and weird, but like I think that's what we love about it. And like I don't know.
think it gives them like some humanity. I think that's what it is.
They're not like too perfect and too goody goody. They're like
Yeah.
Sesame Street, like
Yeah.
not bad, but like, more flawed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only ones that are acceptable are the penguins. That's it.
Okay.
Penguins are chaotic too, though.
yeah.
But they're cute.
They're pretty chaotic.
They're the only
They are
ones
cute,
that
though.
are acceptable. Everybody
about
else
the
is scary.
chickens?
Oh, the chickens are acceptable.
I
and
knew you would
Kermit.
like the chickens.
And Kermit. Kermit is okay. And Miss Piggy's okay. And Gonzo's okay. And Rizzo's okay. Actually, okay,
Gonzo's
so they're
pretty
all
okay.
okay.
Rizzo's great.
Yeah, Rizzo's my favorite.
I had a thought the other day about Pepe, the prong. Obviously a later
Love
Muppet.
Pepe.
Chills just went down my spine. Shivers. Horrifying.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you?
Horrifying.
Do you guys know Triumph, the insult comic dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I okay to talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you don't know, that's he's like a very famous puppet that has been on TV, like would go on Conan all the time for years. And oh my god, I just forgot the guy's name.
For me to poop
it.
on. That's what he says,
Smigel?
right?
Robert Smigel. It's Robert Smigel, who also like co-created like 30 Rock. And he does like this like accent. And I was listening to Pepe do something, and I was like,
yes.
Why does he sound like Triumph? Like when he was being sassy, I was like, oh my gosh, I need a crossover between Pepe and Triumph, the insult comic dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I would watch that, actually.
I would so watch that.
Triumph also kind of scares me, but I don't know. I think it's just, it all scares me.
You don't want to get roasted. Just watch him roast other people.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But I think we really kind of covered the majority. If anything, like I've been looking over this again. Jackie, do you have any other notes of like what you see?
I mean, I think there's a lot. Like it looks very much like circus tent when you come in. Now seeing the castle with that whole thing, it looks like there's a part that has in front of Pigs in Space. What were those things called? That was like a stick and then balls, and you put them together. Not Legos, not blah blah blocks, but something like that. It looks like that up there, right? I don't know what that has to do with Muppets.
DNA or something.
Yeah, kind of like what DNA looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Muppets has endless content and characters.
It does.
For stories. Like, it almost looks like Big Bird down there. I mean, but it just looks like generic little.
Do you see, so Jackie, I just want to ask, do you see what things here, given what we know about, the concept art of what was planned eventually for studios and what didn't end up happening, and then what did end up happening, like MuppetVision, what do you see here as sort of laying the foundation or blueprints for what would eventually come to Disney? Do you see any of that here?
I think what I would see as that is like two things. So when you look at those box seats, like the ones that would be in the Muppet Show, that definitely coming into the Muppet Theater. And then also all the way to the right, where did I just had it, I lost it. But all the way to the right, there's like a building with a clock on it.
Yeah.
Did I lose it? That kind of feels like there's the clock with Gonzo on it, like the Muppet Theater, like facade sort of ish. Like those two kind of together, I feel like were all we kind of got. But that's what I kind of am seeing here.
Wasn't that
I'm loving all these trees.
Too?
There was the balloons.
Yeah, the balloon.
But it wasn't. Wait, was there a big Kermit?
No. Yeah, there was a Kermit hot air balloon.
There was, because I'm thinking of Sweetums holding the balloon.
Why do I have that in my head?
Well,
Wait, hold on. They removed it because you were going to be able to see it in Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, there was a big hot air balloon.
Yes.
And the hot air balloon is here too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I did too.
Got the clock. Wait, I'm looking, and that hot air balloon was literally right on top of the clock.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We are tracing the origins of Muppet Courtyard in this concept art, because then, like you said, Jackie, the theater in the back, that could very well be an early version of MuppetVision. We have the clock tower, we have the hot air balloon.
That's right, the Kermit hot air balloon.
I think the stage lighting and everything in that upper left-hand corner, that does really scream MGM Studios to me. But then you have the Pigs in Space, which very clearly was going to be part of the Muppet movie ride. So I'm like getting chills. I think that we are tracing the origins of how this was going to translate over into Disney parks. This is a really, really, really cool thing.
It hurts more now that it's gone.
It does. But I mean, what a great investigation into this.
Like even just one more thing, it looks like a giant play area in the back. It looks like things you could crawl through, like tunnels with the trees connecting each other. Like it looks like an amazing play areas too. Like just I mean,
you guys,
really
I'm full on crying right now.
No,
because I'm so sad.
Yeah,
I'm so sad that our courtyard is gone, and and I'm so sorry. I'm still almost like in denial about it, and I mean, I will sometimes just like cry about it, but then like now that you just said all this, where like we see inspiration for what actually happened from this like insane blue sky concept art of this land that never came, this whole theme park that never obviously came to fruition. It just like, oh man, that it hurts so much more.
But it speaks to what we talk about on this pod all the time of why you have such a strong reaction to this, because this is so much more than just, and Jackie, you prove a lot of this on your channel too, and all of the content that you do is like, this stuff is so much more than just architecture, and it's so much more than just something pretty to look at or something fun to do. There's a story and a heart and an emotion and a memory behind all of this, and it's so intertwined with things that exist far beyond the gates of whatever we're going and doing in these themed immersive experiences. You're stepping inside of these places, but what makes it so cool is everything outside of that space that you are bringing in there with you, and it just, this stuff brings it out. And I love when Demi has this kind of emotional reaction to stuff, because I'm like, this is the power of it. This is the power of it. So
I mean, yeah.
what a great investigation that we just did. That was really cool. We came to a really cool conclusion here at the end.
I've never seen that concept art, so very cool. Thank you for sharing it. I was like,
of course. It was very nice to talk with you about it, and I want to make sure we end this on, looking forward, because we're now in the history of things. I want to just look very briefly into the history of this, because I know we're recording this a little bit early, but when you are all hearing this, Rock and Roller Coaster will have closed yesterday. Yesterday was the last operating day of Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which the Electric Mayhem themed Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets opens in summer 2026. They have not announced
which I came up
yet.
with. I've been saying that for years.
Well,
I have video proof.
Demi would like to think that she came up with
I did. I've been saying it on video for years.
Jackie,
I'm
feed her.
just saying.
Jackie,
no,
do not feed this delusion.
Wait,
Jackie.
is this episode coming out on March 2nd?
Yes.
On your
That's my
birthday.
Oh, what? Look at what? Wait, no, today is March 2nd, Jackie.
Today's
Happy
my birthday.
to
And
you.
Yesterday I was at the last day of Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith. The pre-show's already gone, but I did ride yesterday.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know why they. I mean,
why am I
obviously they're
picking
working
this
on
up?
it, but like, I literally went back in January to do my goodbye to Rock and Roller Coaster, and they were gone already, and it's like
that is crazy.
It is.
Also,
they did it like 2 months before they took it out.
They must be working already in there, and that we can't see.
Yeah.
The scooter animatronic. Speaking of looking forward,
I mean,
that's one of the things I'm most excited for.
Summer 2026, they had to get in there.
The one thing that I really, he was not in the concept art, but that does not mean it couldn't happen. And I really hope that it will happen. And I don't think it will, is in the original Rock and Roller Coaster pre-show. You have a very, I love this actor, comedian. Ken Marino. I will talk about this all the time because he's like, if you maybe you don't know his name, but if you look him up, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I've seen this guy in a billion things, and he's so funny. Ken Marino was the soundboard op, like a non-speaking role. His Twitter bio used to read the guy from Rock and Roller Coaster.
Aww.
And like I would love
give him a part.
Yeah, put him in like the non-speaking.
So he doesn't have to change his bio.
Op. Yes, like come on.
That would
Disney,
be such a cool Easter egg.
Please give us Ken Marino. Please put him in this. Please, it would be so cool.
Then there's me like, no, you need to put in Emmy nominee Ileana Douglas into this. Isn't she in it?
I don't know who that is.
See, exactly. That's my.
Is she the stage manager?
Yes.
Okay, because I did not know her name. She was in a lot of movies. Like she's been in a lot of stuff.
I know, but just the reation to that, I'm just like,
putting her in would be amazing
Ileana
too.
Douglas in there, Emmy nominee, and y'all are like,
no, that would be.
Their manager. Yes. I can't believe you remember her name. She's funny though.
She's very funny, and she's so good.
Yeah, she's so funny.
That would be cool.
But no, I'm sorry, I didn't. So yeah, go ahead,
no,
Joey.
It's okay.
You can finish
I
up
was
your,
just gonna
your
say.
wrap up.
No. I think that this is exactly what we want. We want to talk about this and your personal attachments to it. I just think that, I also did just recently do my last time at Rock and Roller Coaster, and I did find myself getting emotional because Demi, as we talked about with David a few weeks ago, I mean, this is just, it's an era of bygone Imagineering that we're never going to see again. And that's kind of what I was attached to. I have no attachment to Aerosmith, but this was a very big for its time coaster. It was very revolutionary at the time, especially for a Disney park, given that it was launched so fast and actually had inversions. And it's just the theming around it has such it's a slice of time in history, and we're just gonna lose that no matter what it is. I know we're bringing Muppets to it, but it's not gonna be the same. And I got emotional. And I remember the cast member, I went in single rider line, and I was in the launch for the last time, and I was getting a whole bunch of videos of it, and I waited until everybody kind of went, and there was nobody coming out of the pre-show room, and I ran up to the launch thing, and I was going to do a selfie video of myself when it was launching.
That's cool.
The cast member was like, "Oh, do you want me to get your photo?" And I was like, "No." And I said, "I'm good." And I keep going, and I'm waiting. The launch is not going, and the video's going like this.
Every time.
She asked me two additional times. She goes, "Do you want me to take your photo?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And I looked like an idiot just standing there. And then it launched, and I'm crying, and I'm just like, I was a mess. But essentially,
no, I mean, I get sad when things close too, and especially things where that has been around for a long time. Even like it's sad to see things go. Yeah. Like unfortunately, that's the world and the parks. But like, the thing with me with this attraction is like not that I like disliked Aerosmith or didn't care. Like it was fun. Like they were definitely the most fun part of this attraction for me. I, as a coaster person, I really hope that they do I don't know. This ride was down for months last year. Like this is like 6 months, and I rode it in January, and like
still rough.
It's so rough, dude.
It's really rough.
You can put a new face on it, but you gotta give that some grease. Like
it's an old coaster, and it feels like an old coaster, and there's no way they can retrack it or do any changes like that in the time they have. Even really major changes, I feel like inside, like they have all those signs to take down, which I guess really isn't that much.
No, that's not that
and
much.
There's not that much theming in there.
It's not that much, really. It's not that much now that I think about it.
But that actually was what kind of annoys me a little bit. Like from the concept art, that's all I can say is, it doesn't seem like once you leave the pre-show, that room looks different.
Right.
And, but if you're doing the Electric Mayhem, why aren't you decking this out like psychedelically? Why aren't you changing the limo to
they are. Oh, no, they are. Yeah, they're putting it on the guitar outside. They're making the guitar is going to have a psychedelic thing on the outside. Yeah, the G-Force entrance is going to have rainbow lights. And then the studio is also going to. But you're talking about like the launch section.
And also I think it's a missed opportunity to not change the limo to the Electric Mayhem bus and like have it painted psychedelically like the bus. And then because once you're inside and you have like right now it's all black light with those lights, and that's gonna look so good. Would look so good with psychedelic, like you could like have like a giant like Janet face like and like mouth could go through her mouth type of thing, or I don't know. It just all this
cool.
I don't know.
Scary.
Horrifying.
It's like, well, they have that at Hershey with like it's either like the clown face on laugh track, or right now the Shackalicious laugh track with Shaq's face. But to make it all like psychedelic in there, I think would look really great, and I hope they do that. I just wish that they didn't keep it just like as the limo. That was my only problem with it.
The limo is painted all psychedelic though, so it does.
Oh, it is?
It does look like they're painting it up.
Okay.
And they put a license plate that says Muppets.
Yeah.
Muppets, and it's all like painted up and stuff.
Now so we hope that that's not just concept art. We hope that they actually do that.
Right, on that concept art. I definitely saw some other
that's a ride vehicle, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
So that's what I originally saw. But then I saw other concept art that it seemed like they weren't doing much to that section. So I'm not sure, honestly.
It just seems like they don't have much to do.
I mean, that could be just concept art,
They don't have much to do in the show building itself because there's not much in there. But I think, like you said earlier, I think they closed down the pre-show earlier because that's where it's what's requiring the most amount of work. So I think they're installing probably those penguin animatronics in there. The new video is probably already filmed, and
a great idea, so that the ride doesn't have to be down too long.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did also say. I just want to point out they did say we on Disney's official. Oh, Jackie just pulled out Kermit. Love to see it. Love to see it. But speaking of which, they did confirm that Miss Piggy, Kermit, Gonzo, and more will be present in the attraction. They named them all by name. And another little detail that I loved is they did say that they have confirmed that we will. Part of the story of the attraction is guests will get VIP passes, not backstage passes, but they are kind of doing a nod to their, like, all the guests get VIP passes to this thing. So I think that's a nice nod to the history of the attraction. So
I hope they do some cool pass holder previews and give us some actual like lanyards. How cool would that be?
That would be, oh my God.
I know you'll be flying down for that.
If they don't
If I am not the first person to ride this attraction, I will scream bloody murder. Disney,
please.
Come on, please. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, Demi, you were in the drawing board room coming up with this. So I mean, did.
I've been saying it. I'm not. I mean, you're joking, but I have been saying this for years in my videos. And I have people can back me up with it. And I have the video to prove it. And it's fine, whatever. I love the Electric Mayhem. I think they're an incredible band, and I think it worked well. And I've said it before. It makes sense for the Muppets to be there. Everyone that thinks that it doesn't I'm going to explain to you why. Aerosmith or any other band that you get, you're going to have to like pay a royalty to. You also have to worry about all the shenanigans they do as human beings, and. Also, they age out or people lose interest.
Michael Clark Duncan,
the ghost of Michael Clark Duncan in Disneyland Paris. But the Muppets are not. They don't die. They're
terrifying forever.
It's all forever.
Muppets are forever.
Oh my
Disney
God,
owns them.
Jackie.
They already have songs pre-recorded. If they wanted to use that, they could use like other things. They can create new music with them whenever they want for this, right? And they're not problematic.
and they have they own so much music. They have license to
correct
almost every music in the world. Like so much. Well, not, but half the music in the world.
And this is a good thing because that means in order to keep the Muppets on this attraction, they have to keep them relevant, which means that they have to constantly be keeping the Muppets relevant. So
that's a good really good point.
Yeah,
it incentivizes them to keep the Muppets more relevant so that there's a reason to have. That's a really good point.
Yeah, more TV shows, more projects. I know where you're going with that. And
more
I also
movies,
think
more specials. Yeah.
The last thing I want to say on that note is that it's something I brought up a while back too. I do think that they do have the opportunity here to also bring in a revolving door of contemporary pop stars and artists to film maybe cameos. Maybe they have a slot for cool. Just like a plug and play situation.
You're just trying to get Gaga in there.
Well, just like Rock and Roller Coaster, you could say this episode is now Gonzo. Thank you again, Jackie, for your time and friendship. Please go follow Jackie and subscribe to Super Enthused on YouTube. I mean, what a lovely account. We did nothing but gush about it last year when Jackie was here, and it truly is just such an amazing... Y'all got an amazing household over there of theme park content. So go subscribe to Expedition Theme Park and Jackie on Super Enthused. It's just a wealth of really great content. So, and make sure you're also commenting on Jackie's stuff, subscribing, and giving her the top ratings that you can, just like we want you to do with us. And comment your reactions to this episode wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. Thank you, Jackie, for being here. We love you so much.
Thank you, guys. I love being a park peep.
Oh, yes. You are 100% a park peep.
Repeat. You're officially
you
a
guys
repeat.
are awesome.
Awesome.
I'm a park peep repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Come back anytime. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you all again for listening. Make sure to follow us on socials, me, Demi, at Magical Hijinks. That's HIJINX. And subscribe over on the YouTube channel as well. And make sure to follow Joey Nolfi at Joey Nolfi. And most importantly, follow us at Park Peeps Pod on socials. And stay tuned next week for another all new episode. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.